Hey everyone, Matt Pisarcik from RazorEmporium.com coming at you today for a quick video, a tutorial, how to lather. I know it may seem so simple to us seasoned wet shavers, but if you are getting started, you may be having questions and you're concerned and you're scared and you're worried and you don't know how. And you're looking at all these products in the market and you're saying, okay, how do I get it on my face? How do I get that Santa Claus beard? How do I whip it like I know what I'm doing with it? I'm going to show you. Fear not, Matt is here. Matt the Shave Tutorial Teacher Guy. We will show you how to lather one of each. And I'm going to go in order of complexity. So if you are a brand new wet shaver, and if you're worried about making a lather, or if you have super hard water, or whatever other excuses or reasons or thoughts you have about it's going to be, hard or difficult, I tell you to get a cream. Now there's lots of creams on the market. I just grabbed one off the shelf yesterday at the store. One of the most popular creams that I could think of would be Parasso. They make several varieties, but other creams would be like Taylor Bond Street makes creams, Geo F. Trumper makes creams. There's lots of guys on the market that are making a cream. And when I say cream, I mean that it's going to be in a tube, and it looks like a big tube of toothpaste, but it's going to be the easiest thing for getting started. So grab your brush, grab your cream, and here we go. I always say start with a wet brush. Do not use a dry brush. Got it wet, literally dripping wet. Set that down for just 1 second, and then we got our cream. Take this bad boy off. And I am literally going to pretend like I'm brushing my teeth, and I am going to apply it right on top. Whoa! Look at that. I did a generous squirt. That's more than enough for a multi-path shave, multiple lathers. It's maybe the size of a nickel, and that's all you need. I put it right on top. You could use a bowl. I'm going to use my hand because I'm just going to show you the absolute bare bone basics way to do it, guys. So imagine this is your face, and actually, should I face lather? You know what? I'm face lathering. I was going to do it in my hand, but I'm going for it, guys. We're just going to lather all these up. Why use my hand when I can use my face? I got a wet face, I got a wet brush. Here we go. I'm going to start with some like little painting strokes just to make sure it doesn't all blob out in one place. And then once it's kind of a little bit applied, I'm just going to start making circles. Now, a little drippy is not bad. The number one mistake I see people make with any of these products is it's too dry. So look at that. In a matter of a few strokes, now look, I'm going in circles. I'm pushing into the bristles, not kind of like painting the surface. I'm pushing in a good amount. And before you know it, agitating back and forth, up and down, left and right. Before you know it, I got it all over my shirt. But no, before you know it, we are getting a nice Santa Claus lather. Look at that. I always check by doing a little slap. I know it sounds so weird, but I'm checking for hydration. If I started doing that and I see like little flakes of like dry flakes, I'm too dry. I need to add some water. If I do that and it's running down, then it's too wet. So it actually has a purpose. I'm kind of looking at the consistency. Look at that, guys. And we'll do a little close up. I have all this extra lather in the brush. And if you look, there's another check you can do. We call it the peaks. So if you put it between your fingers and you pull it apart, it should have those little pointy peaks that want to keep connected with each other, and you kind of pull that little connection apart. That tells you it's a good consistency. This feels like whipped cream out of a can. It's got a really good thick consistency. It's super hydrated. It's not runny. It's not flaky. This is a perfect cream lather. You're welcome. Okay, we got that cream off and we are moving along to the next kind of soap to lather in my progressiveness of hardness. And that is what's called a Croap. And yes, most of the Razor Emporium soaps are going to be what I consider a Croap, what you guys may consider a Croap. Meaning, it is a cream soap. Get it? Croap? And we mean that it's soft. If I push on this, it's fairly soft. You see I can make a dent in it. Okay, it's not like a hard puck of soap. So we're going to make a lather with a Croap. So same exact process, guys. Wet. This time I'm going to put a little bit of water on top of in my dish. People want to have another dish, but you can just use this. Our brush is already damp. My face, literally, all I need, guys, a little bit of water on the face, and lather away. Look at that. Before you know it, it's exploding to life, and it may look too runny. You're saying, Matt, that's too much water. Watch. Let it drip. Let it run. Because as I kind of go back to it and agitate, it's going to get creamy. Big swirls, lots of agitation. Up, down, left, right. There it is. I just felt it transform from a little runny to the perfect consistency. I'm speed lathering here, and yeah, I'm making a mess. Here we go again, the slap test. It's maybe maybe 5% a little runny, but no, I think it's a good consistency. This would make for a fantastic shave. Once again, if we squeeze out the brush and look at what we got, you notice the two consistencies between the products I just used. We got peaks again. It's got that nice whipped creamy consistency, and this would make for a fantastic shave. So you can see how fast and easy we made a lather with a Croap. Bam! Okay, we have cleaned up, and yes, my shirt keeps on showing residue, but that's okay. We got 2 more to go. We're halfway done. Got the cream, got the Croap. Let's move on to a regular old soap. So a lot of soaps come in dishes, but they're going to be a little harder. Yeah, see, I can't push into this as easily. They're going to be a little harder than a Croap, but they're not quite as hard as like a puck, and that'll be our last one. So it's got a good amount of work made out for us here. So let's get started. Again, I'm going to do the same exact process. I got a damp brush. I'm going to put some water right on top of the product. And again, look, 1 slap, 2 slaps. That's all the water I need on my face. Bam! This, I'm going to again agitate for 10 or 15 seconds and load my brush, as it's called. Load with product, and then go right to building a lather. I find that when you face lather, not only is it a little more efficient, I would say, but you have more time agitating, which is lifting up the hair, more time to really master the mix of product to water, doing lots of agitation. And honestly, I've used Parasso White for years, and it's actually one of the products I would say is harder to get a real good Santa Claus lather with. So the fact that we're this far along, it's actually pretty good. Look at that. There we go. There's a slap test. Now I can even it out. Paint it a little bit. After I've done all my crazy agitation, then you paint. Don't paint first. Paint last. Bam! We made a lather with a soap. Now let's do the same test. We're going to squeeze this out and look at the consistency. So there we go. That's enough lather for another 1 or 2 passes. We have the same thing. We get some nice peaks going on. And it is got the same kind of whipped creamy consistency. Perfect for a nice, clean, close, comfortable shave. All right, we have gone up the scale, progressively getting harder, And now we're going to go to one of the most legendarily hard products to get a lather out of. That is right, Mitchell's Wool Fat. You heard it here first. Now, if only we can open this product. Good thing I carry my dad tool on me at all times. Bam! Gonna cut this guy open. Ugh. Okay, out comes the refill puck. Yeah, I'm gonna put this away for safety. It's dangerous. A dangerous weapon. Mitchell's Wool Fat is made with lanolin. It's been made in England for like literally more than 100 years, since like the 1800s or something. It's crazy. And everyone says, I can't get a lather. It's too hard. I'm giving up. It's too difficult. This is a fantastic product for sensitive skin. I use this for years, still recommend it all the time. And when we say it is a hard soap, hard soap. Yeah, I got a little dent right there, but it's hard soap. So, how am I going to make a lather with this one? Ugh! We are going to do the exact same thing. Look, 1 splash, 2 splash. Wet brush. Now, I probably have a little wetter brush than normal because I don't have a dish to keep this wet, but I'm dripping water. You see, it's dripping out of my brush. Right on top. Swirl, swirl, swirl. You already see it wanting to lather. It wants to lather. It craves the lather. It needs the lather. Look at that. I'm getting a fantastic, easy to make lather. And what we're going to do right to the face. Again, I'm going to kind of slap it around just to kind of distribute some of this before I try to lather it. That's all I need. Go to town. Now really hyper agitate. And it's already looking good. It's just been a few seconds here. It did not take 5 minutes. I've heard some people be like, I agitated for like 10 minutes, I couldn't get a lather. We are using ice cold water out of a garden hose for our prop sink here, guys. There's no water softener. This is hard city water. And look at that. Look what we got. The Mitchells delivered. Look at that consistency. Perfect. Nice and smooth. Yeah, I got some over here. It's okay. Now let's measure it. Let's do the test. Here we go. Now look at that. This may be the best of all. Look at that. Nice peaks. Thick. Foamy consistency. And we've got a great lather ready for a great shave. Look at this, guys. I call it my lather hands. But seriously, I wanted to take this moment. I know. We'll leave it with, but seriously, let me rinse this off. Got it in my ear again. Well, after lathering up 4 times and rinsing it off, I'm literally going to put a little balm just because soap obviously will clean. And I actually had just shaved before we shot this video, so I'm just going to reapply a balm. But you saw it happen in real life. There was no trick photography. There was no like secret stash of water I had, you know, inside the brush or something. I didn't have a bowl. I had a sink, a brush, my face, my hand. That's all I had. No other tools, guys. And I was able to lather a cream, a Croap, a soap, and a hard puck. It's possible. It's doable. No matter which one you choose, you're going to get a good shave. I would say it's easier to start on this side. If you get a little, you know, experience under your belt, you should have no problem moving along. Some of the best products are hard soap. There's some fantastic products out here like this. Don't be scared. Don't not get them because you've heard the rumors. This community is full of the game of telephone. I can't tell you how many times I hear people just say things because they heard someone else say it. And I'm like, did you actually have that experience? Oh no, I read it. I read it on a chat room. I heard about it. My mom told me on the phone. Whatever the case is, try it for yourself. And if you have lathered each one of these, tell me in the comments. I want to hear from you. What is the hardest soap to lather? Tell me a soap you guys think I can't lather. I'm going to show you I can do it. If you do leave a comment, you're entered in to win this, the official Soapy Black and Blue Razor Emporium t-shirt. That's all I got today. I am feeling great even after all those soaps. I feel really clean. I really do. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time at Razor Emporium for all things vintage shaving. Thanks.